Hey everybody, today I thought I'd do a quick video of my games collection as of March 2020. I'm constantly putting things in and out of my collection, trying to keep it as streamlined as I can because obviously I have limited space. So I've got two shelves. First shelf I'll go through is kind of my Euro games and stuff, whereas the other shelf is kind of lighter games and filler games. I share my collection with my brother, so some of these games are mine, some of these games are his, but generally we have quite a similar taste. So first off, I got Francis Drake. This is the only game I haven't played yet in my collection, and he just picked it up. I got it at an absolute bargain price, so I couldn't really resist it. But it looks really good, and the production is awesome. Glenmore 2, a game I kind of bang on about quite a lot. Definitely my favourite tile placement game, and probably going into my top 10 this year. A really brilliant production as well. Matthias Kramer is quickly becoming one of my favourite designers, and that game is just absolutely amazing. So I've got a little row of filler games here. For Sale is one of the ones I go on about all the time. I absolutely love this game. My most played game of all time, and one that I recommend to anybody. Probably the best filler game. Spyfall, really cool little party game there. High pressure, really good fun. Tend to Kill is, that's a one that I'm not so keen on, but it's my brother's game, a little deduction game. It's okay. Arboretum, really cool little card game there, very cutthroat. We got Not Alone, again my brother's game, but this one's okay. I don't mind it. One versus All style game. Patchwork, classic two-player game. Definitely not going anywhere. Celestia, I really like pushy luck style games. And this one is a good one, really nice components, and just really fun. So the Resistance Avalon was actually my number one a few years ago. I still absolutely love this social deduction game, but I don't really have much opportunity to play it nowadays because my games group's getting smaller and smaller. Masquerade, to be honest, this is a game that I'm pretty so-so on at this point, but the artwork is absolutely incredible, so I'm pretty much keeping it for that reason only. Biblios, really cool game. Another pretty top tier filler game. Up there with For Sale for me, and always enjoy playing Biblios. Tifa Tashin, again another game I kind of rattle on about a lot because I just think the negotiation aspect of it is fantastic. Got Burgle Bros, cooperative one there, and 5211, a nice little quick card game that's very easy to teach. So let's go into my Euro games. I've got two Matt Gertz games. We've got Concordia and Navigador, both incredible designs. I think Concordia's a bit better, but they're different enough to have them both. Just absolutely brilliant kind of rondelle style games, and honestly, I really am a big fan of his games. We've got Architects of the West Kingdom. This was a present to me actually for Secret Santa this year. But it's generally not the kind of thing I'd go for because it's quite lighter than my usual tastes in terms of worker placement games. I generally like them a bit more complex and a bit more heavy. But this is a nice one, a nice introductory game, and I think it's got its place. Kashgar, Merchants of the Silk Road, I've just put a review out for this one. Really nice little engine building game that uses cards. I'm a big fan of this. Then my bigger games here, I've got Gentes. This one here is a really nice production, again, a deluxe version by TMG. I'm a big fan of that game. Check out my review. Luna, this one's just come in, another deluxe one by TMG. Only played this one one time so far, so probably going to play it a couple more times before I put a review out, but so far so good. Really enjoyed my play of it. Palaces of Carrara. This one is a German edition because you can't really get it in English anymore. But Wolfgang Kramer and Michael Kiesling, one of my favourite design duos. This one beautifully designed, a very lightweight or light medium weight game. Very simple to teach again, and plays quickly as well. Trajan, my favourite Feld. What more can I say? I absolutely adore this Mancala style game. Brilliant. Grand Austria Hotel. Again, you'll see a lot of games by the Italian designers here because I tend to like all of their games. I think the only one I've got rid of is Marco Polo, and I still like that one, but the only reason I got rid of it is because I want the second one. Trois, brilliant game. Millions of or replayability factor on that one. Really enjoy it. I like games that use dice, especially in Euro games. Firenze, a bit of a hidden gem, this one, I think, by Quinhead Games. This one, it has a really cool kind of card mechanism. and you're trying to build towers, but really kind of classic feeling Euro game. The Oracle of Delphi. Not had this one too long, but it quickly became probably my second favourite Feld game. Really love the racing aspect to it, and it has a lot of similarities to the Castles of Burgundy, but also has that race aspect. So as you can probably tell, I like Stefan Feld games. We've got Newton, another game that really impressed me. I'm absolutely loving this one at the moment. The engine building is great. Very, pretty streamlined, I think, and the engine building is fantastic, as I said. Next shelf here, we've got Orléans with the Trade and Intrigue expansion. I'd never ever play this game without this one. Great bag building style game, and yeah, love it. Lorenzo Il Magnifico, absolutely incredible game. Probably at this point, is my number 2 of all time. Again, engine building is my favourite, probably one of my favourite kind of mechanisms in games, and this one I love. Puerto Rico, absolute classic. Again, only recently picked this one up, played it once. Really enjoyed my first play of it, so looking forward to playing it again and getting a review out. Castles of Burgundy, another Feld game, and you probably know about that one. And In the Year of the Dragon, another Feld game. So this one is pretty different though, very punishing game, but still a lot of fun. And the more I play it, the more I enjoy it. Council of Four. This is my lightest game by the Italian designers. Really good one though, and I only just played this one the other day, so had quite a lot of plays out of this one now. We got the Castles of Mad King Ludwig, which is pretty much my most played Euro style game. Tile placement when you're building this really cool castle. Not quite sure if I'm going to keep hold of this one much longer because I've kind of played it out. Mexica, another Wolfgang Kramer game. Really good abstract style where you're trying to area control different regions that you make yourself, but highly recommended. And Istanbul by Rudiger Dawn, a great kind of pick up and deliver game that plays in a great amount of time, and it's just brilliantly designed. So we've got another shelf here. We've got Shakespeare. So Shakespeare is a really quick kind of action selection game where you have this kind of troupe of actors and designers and stuff, and you're trying to make costumes and go up different tracks. So a really nice pure little Euro that I really like. Mombasa, Alexander Pfister is a designer I'm really getting into, and this one is the best game of his I've played to this point. So, but looking forward to trying his other designs like Maracaibo, because I think I could like that one even more. Ra, absolutely brilliant game by Rainer Knizia. This is a classic for a reason. It's been out for God knows 20 years or so, and it still feels fresh as anything. Trismegistus, adore this game. For a 2019 release, I think this is actually my favourite game by the Italian designers. Absolutely fantastic and very heavy, but definitely worth it, and probably not as heavy as people are saying it is, but really well designed. Dice drafting, engine building, and I think the artwork's okay as well. Teotihuacan, another one by the Italian designers, Daniele Tascini. A big rondel game that uses dice, and you level them up and climb up a million different tracks and build a big pyramid in the centre of the table, but brilliant game. Coimbra, that one, again, a dice drafting game by Virginia Gili and Brasini. Again, I just love all the designs they put out, especially when they use dice. Merlin, another Feld game. This one of the lighter ones. Mixed reviews from a lot of people, but I really enjoy it, and I've got pretty much all the content for it, and I've just backed the big box as well. So, looking forward to getting it. We'll get those new modules to the table. Really like this one. Sulkin, one of the first kind of Euro games I actually got or played, and it really got me into the genre. Worker placement, but with another aspect to it, with the gears and cogs and stuff. Brilliant design by Tascini and Luciani. And Colosseum, another Wolfgang Kramer game, where you're auctioning off or buying these different tiles, trying to put on these big shows. Brilliant. And in my 2 big boxes, I've got Lancaster, great worker placement game, very much underrated for me. And my favourite, El Grande, the big box, again, my number 1 this year. Amazing area control game. So let's show you the other shelf. Okay, so this shelf is a bit more kind of eclectic, a bit more random. a lot more of these games are my brother's. So this one, we've got Tomahawk Royale. This was actually a bargain pickup from the works in the UK. You can actually get this for like less than £10, but it's actually a pretty good game where you basically, it's got the real-time aspect to it, and you're picking up tiles and trying to put these statues out, but it's a lot of fun and it's pretty quick. Wits and Wagers, probably one of my favourite party games, if not my favourite party game. The trivia game where you're betting on other people getting the answer right and stuff. Amazing and a must-own in my opinion. Room 25, not my cup of tea this one, but it's okay. A kind of a one versus all style game or traitor style game, but it's my brother's. Chronicles of Crime, love Chronicles of Crime. I'd like to play it more than I actually do, but it's just great and again not going anywhere. Libertalia, a nice kind of simultaneous action selection game like that one. Letters from Whitechapel, a very pure hidden kind of movement game, one versus all style game, but I actually prefer this playing one-on-one. I actually played this one just the other day as well and really enjoyed it. Bring Out Your Dead, this is, well, it's by Upper Deck, but it's a relatively unknown area control game where you are basically putting these caskets in different regions trying to get the best graves. Pretty light and it's not the best design, but you know, relatively quick for what it is. Lords of Zidit, this is another game you can get for dirt cheap, but I actually quite like this one, where you program your movements, trying to kill these different monsters, and basically ride the chaos and try hope things work out for you. Mysterium, a game I'm hot and cold on. I do quite like it, but I think it's quite long for what it is. I prefer something like Dixit, so often we just use the cards for Mysterium to play Dixit instead. And Awkward Guests, which is a game I absolutely adore. I'm always going about this one. The best deduction game by a mile. And a must-own in my opinion. We've got Museum. Museum, a wonderful kind of set collection game. Beautiful artwork. An amazing production by is it Vincent Dutrait. Really, really like this one. It's pretty light, but I still do enjoy it and I find it quite relaxing. Telestrations, another great party game, and just a tremendous amount of fun. Then we've got Carcassonne. Obviously, everyone knows Carcassonne, but I keep this one because my girlfriend and I enjoy playing it together. Cryptid, another brilliant deduction game. Big fan of this one, and yeah, I can't really say enough good things about it. Wavelength, another party game where you are trying to basically help people work out where something you said is on a spectrum. It's quite hard to explain, but a really cool concept, and I'm enjoying it at this point. So yeah, that's staying in the collection. Blue Lagoon, nice abstract style game where you're trying to claim different regions and stuff. A bit of area control in it. A great design by Knizia, very pure. Sheriff of Nottingham, absolute classic negotiation style game. Magic Maze, enjoy this one. Nice real-time little puzzle game where you're cooperative. You can't communicate, a lot of chaos, but still a lot of fun. Operation Faust. This one actually, I'm not massively keen on this one anymore, but my gaming group really enjoy it for some reason, so I keep it for those reasons. It's a bluffing style game where you're trying to collect different art and stuff. As you can see by the box art, it's very, very depressing looking, but it's all right. Bloody Inn, this one's quite a cool little game where you are basically have multiple use cards trying to kill different guests who are staying in your hotel and steal their money and stuff. So it's pretty bleak, but it's a lot of fun, and I pretty like to play it more. The artwork's really cool as well. Battle Line, another classic two-player game by Knizia, a poker style game, absolutely fantastic. Letter Jam I enjoy, a deduction word style game with a cooperative element to it. Really good and really cheap as well, so recommend picking that one up. Just One, everyone knows Just One at this point. Great party game. And Decrypto, another kind of party plus style game, a team versus team style game, almost in the vein of Codenames, but a bit better, or in fact I think it's a lot better, but a bit more to it. So that's why maybe a lot of people will find it harder to get into. We got Sherlock Holmes Consulting Detective. Love this game, a lot of fun. Very hard though, not very good at it to be honest. Karuba, really nice family kind of puzzly style game. Always has a roll and write feel to it, but really great design by Really Good Dawn. Raccoon Tycoon. Now this has been a huge hit with my gaming group, and it actually was my surprise of the year last year. Absolutely love this one. Almost has this kind of economic element to it, where you are buying and selling goods in order to buy different things in auction and stuff. It's really good. Emotep, another game by is it Running Good Dawn as well, I believe. It's a nice one. Is it Running Good Dawn? No, it's Phil Walker Harding. Sorry, yeah. This one it's all right. I mean, the more I play it, the less I like it, because it's very much you do things to spite other people non-stop, and the level of control is less than you probably like. But it's okay. It plays pretty quickly. Little Circuses. This one is a tile placement game, pretty much an unknown game at this point. It didn't do very well. There's a myriad of printing errors and stuff like that, and the rules book is an absolute nightmare. But it's okay. Bumantu, this one is an abstract style game. I really like this one. Really nice design as well. Love the artwork, love the production, and it's really good. Marrakesh, again, probably one of the lightest game in the collection, where you're rolling dice trying to land on, or not to land on other people's carpet because you've got to pay them a fee. Completely random, but a lot of fun, and I do really like it. Another party game with When I Dream. Great one for higher player counts, a lot of fun. And Fabled Fruit as well by Friedman Fries. A worker placement game with it's pretty light, but the game evolves as you go. It's okay. Nearly getting there now. We've got lots of my smaller games. So we've got Odin's Ravens. That one was, I believe, a Christmas present to my brother a few years ago. Very light, but it's quite nice. You can play it with anybody. Fugitive, really good 2-player deduction game. A lot of fun, that one. Hanamakoji, this is one of my highest played games of all time in terms of play counts. Really like this one. A kind of a dueling kind of card game, but a lot of tension in it, and it's just really well designed. Medium, another party game, very light, but I'd love it. Again, you can teach it to anybody. 10-minute Heist, very simple set collection game. Yeah, it's pretty good. Love Letter, everybody knows Love Letter. We've got Push there. The box doesn't look great, but it's a really good game. Beastie Bar, Born to be Wild. This is the newest Beastie Bar, really like that one. As you're kind of queuing or using different animals' abilities to get into a club. Really funny artwork, and it's just quite a fun little game. We've got two of the Wolfgang Warsch games there. We've got Illusion in the Mind. The Mind blew up a couple of years ago, but I still really like it. And Illusion is a game where it almost has that timeline aspect where you're trying to put different colours in the percentage they appear on cards. But it makes me feel a bit sick, but it's actually a really fun game. High Society, brilliant game by Knizia, auction style game. Six Nimmt, and No Thanks, Coloretto, just must own little filler games for me. Tremendous amount of playtime I've got out of these ones. There's the Carnies there, which is the expansion for the Bloody Inn. I've not actually played that one yet, actually. We've got Fake Artist Goes to New York and Insider by Oink Games. These are two really cool little fun party games as well. Kariba, I suppose it's quite a nice little simple card game. Plays really quickly and is ultra light. Red 7, I think it's by Karl Chodzik. This one's alright. I like to play this a bit more, actually. Probably better in higher player counts though. Need to get that to the table a bit more. We got Charté. This one's a bit of a hidden gem. Really enjoying that one. Another Knizia 2-player abstract game. And we've got Deckscape there. I've done that one. Not the biggest fan of it. And final shelf, we've got Colt Express. Really fun game there. A nice programming game again. We've got 3 of the Villainous boxes. These are my brother's. I quite like Villainous. It's all right. So we've got the main box there. We've got the Scar one there, and the I think that's the Maleficent one. So we've got quite a lot of that, and I imagine there'll be more and more of that coming out. And finally, I've got about 1,000 different Marvel Legendary cards here, if not a lot more. These are absolutely packed to the rim, and I'm not going to go through them. But I've got pretty much every expansion apart from the movie still ones and the most recent one. So I've got a lot of content there, and I should probably play it a lot more than I do. But I love it. I love Marvel, and it's not going anywhere. So that's just a quick little run through of my games collection. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'll try to do one of these semi-regularly because, again, I've got a lot of things going in and out of my collection quite a lot. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, please hit like and subscribe and all the other stuff, and I'll see you next time.